Hello, this is Calotron Plays and welcome back to another Minecraft video. In this video, I'll be showing you all how to make a super efficient, automatic and simple melon and pumpkin farm. So, without further ado, let's get into this. So this right here is the farm. As you can see, it's very simple. It only takes up about 6 by 17 block area, and it's only 4 blocks high. And you see here, all we have here is spaces for the melons or pumpkins to go into between the stems. Then when they're grown, every now and then, basically all this circuit is, all this redstone at the back is just timing. And so if I turn it on, then this timer will activate, and every time that redstone block shifts, the pistons will be set off, and all the pumpkins or melons that have been grown in the farm will be pushed off and flow into this chest. As you can see, not many have grown yet, but hopefully by the end of this video we should see quite a few melon slices in there. So what you're going to need for this farm is what you can see in this chest. You're going to need about 3 stacks and a bit of any block. This is just the frame, the main building block of the farm. About half a stack of any type of glass, and then here comes the redstone bits. You're going to need 4 redstone torches, 4 redstone repeaters, 4 sticky pistons, 8 regular pistons, 18 pieces of redstone, 1 redstone block, 2 comparators, 3 hoppers, a lever, a chest, 15 pieces of dirt. This should only be 7 melon seeds and 2 buckets of water. And so now I'm just going to show you all how to make this very, very simply. So the first thing you want to do is, if I go a few blocks away from this, is we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, make a 4 by 17 base area. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Then bring that out and fill in this entire area, and this is going to be the base of your farm. This is what everything else is going to be built on top of. Then all you want to do is bring the walls up 3 blocks all around the edge. 3 blocks, 3 blocks, and only one block tall on this back row, because we're going to need to add the pistons to harvest the pumpkins on there in a second. So once you have all that concrete in place, then you need to have your concrete and air blocks alternating along here. And in these holes we're going to grab our pistons from here and place these down to harvest the pumpkins or melons, whichever one you choose. So that's all the pistons just used up. And I forgot to mention, in the center here, these center 2 blocks, you want to take out your main building block and replace it with a hopper leading into a chest, which is going to be the collection system for this build. The next thing we're going to want to do is fill in this back row with dirt, and then probably finish up the back wall by filling it in with a layer of concrete, and we're going to finish the roof later on. Now the next thing you want to do is start your 2 high glass going across 15 blocks across the front. And as with most of the other farms I've built, I've showed you how to create. This glass is purely decorative. You don't need it. You could just have solid regular blocks here, but it looks, in my opinion, it looks better, and you can see if your farm is actually working from the outside. And so the next thing you're going to want to do is till the dirt in between the pistons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you're going to place down your 7 melon seeds in the gaps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you know, with these seeds, you can either leave them to grow naturally, or you can bone meal them to grow them to full height, so that the farm will be ready to go as soon as you built it. But I'm just gonna leave them to grow, and hopefully they will have finished by the end of the episode. So now, all I need to do is fill in this top section of the roof, and that is the main bulk of the farm done. This is the main growing chamber. Now the next section we're going to do is the collection system, and all this requires is basically a big timing circuit. And so what we're going to want to do is grab most of our redstone components here and come out the back. And the first thing you want to do is place this line of blocks along the back, so that it's on the back of all the pistons, so that this redstone line can power them. The next thing you are going to want to do is come down to the bottom, probably in the middle here, right about here. You're going to place the hopper, another facing into it, and yeah, all we want is 2 hoppers facing into one another. Now what you're going to need to do is take some comparators running out of the hoppers, and that will measure how many items you have in each. Then place a block up like this, and you can have a redstone dot there with a sticky piston on that dot, so facing from that dot. And then all you want to do is place a redstone block right here. Now the next step is all we want to do is take a redstone repeater out from this, set on 1 tick, and same on the other side. And then what you want to do is put your piston in the ground, sticky piston in the ground here, with the block on top, and a repeater on 4 ticks coming out of the block, just like we have over here. Now what this circuit will do is it'll shorten the pulse that comes out of this clock. Is like a continuous signal. So this little contraption makes it so it's a pulse, so that whenever it switches, so whenever the change happens, it isn't a constant signal, and the pistons won't just extend. Like, the pistons will retract, and this means that you can, the pistons can actually push off instead of push off the pumpkins and melons instead of blocking them growing. Then the next thing you want to do is, out of this little contraption, have redstone torch tower to the top, and the pistons, as you can hear there, they'll just fire off once. Then we can do the same thing on the other side, so that whenever this redstone block shifts at all, these pistons will fire, and a pulse will go through the system, so that the whatever has grown can be harvested. Now the next thing you want to do is put in the off switch for this thing. So in this system, what we want to do is this lever and redstone will lock both of the hoppers, meaning that the items can't move between them, which is how the clock works. And the next thing I want to do is just take a random number of items. I've just got 32 here because I thought that was a nice amount of them. And by the way, the amount of items you have just determines, like, this really only makes it so basically the more items you have, the longer between each piston pulse. So if I had a stack of items, it would only go half as many, the pistons would extend half as many times. So say if with 32 sticks it fired off every 10 seconds, if I had a stack of sticks, then it would fire off every 20 seconds. So now to activate it, all you want to do is stick your sticks or whatever item you want in the hopper, and that will start the clock going. And so every now and then this system will fire off, and you can see the pistons going there. And to turn it off, all you want to do is flick this lever. This will stop the items going between them, and this whole system will stop pulsing the pistons, and you know, you can just turn it off in case you want to do that. And that is how simple it is, guys. That is literally the entire farm. It isn't too complicated. If you want to see that whole redstone, it's just right here. Just comparatives behind there, and this is the entire redstone for the entire thing. It's not too complicated, unless you're really struggling. But this is it's really as simple as I found it gets. And as you can see, none of the melons have actually grown yet. But if we just wait here long enough, I think we will be able to see some melons grow, and we'll just get a little demonstration of the farm.